After weeks of tensions running high in the Middle East, U.S. and Iranian officials, they are now sitting down face to face. So both sides looking to reach a middle ground on Iran's nuclear program in today's high-stake talks, which were almost derailed this week by Tehran's demands. NewsNation international correspondent Robert Sherman, he is live in Abu Dhabi. So, Robert, what can we expect to come out of this meeting?
Well, you were absolutely right, Kelly, is that all week long it's looked shaky and rocky if we would get to this point. But now those talks are happening in Oman, just east of it. It took pressure from nations around the Persian Gulf here in order to get this to this point. But now we have the sit down taking place with the president dispatching his most trusted negotiator, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, they're there, as well as meeting face to face with the foreign minister of Iran. And while this meeting is taking place, there is certainly no shortage of American firepower in the region, in the Persian Gulf, the Red Sea, the Arabian Sea. You see the whole region there with U.S. naval vessels all over the place, out in the open, with the White House saying, if things fall apart, they are prepared to put those assets to use.
The president has obviously been quite clear in his demands of the Iranian regime. Zero nuclear capability. I would remind the Iranian regime that the president has many options at his disposal, aside from diplomacy, as the commander-in-chief of the most powerful military in the history of the world.
Iran trying to draw a firm line coming into these talks. This is their foreign minister saying commitments need to be honored. Equal standing, mutual respect, and mutual interest are not rhetoric. They are a must and the pillars of a durable agreement. We know heading into these conversations that Iran was hoping to keep these talks narrowly tailored to the issue of their nuclear future and are trying to avoid being pressed on the crackdown on demonstrators in their country and their funding of militia groups around the Middle East here. Kelly.
And Robert, you know, are the people of Iran who have been protesting against the regime hoping these talks are successful?
Well, that's the thing here, Kelly, is that it's obviously very difficult in order to get the organic perspective of people on the ground in Iran because so much of the messaging is curated by the regime. But we've been working with people who are there in order to get a better picture of the sentiments of the public, many telling NewsNation that they actually don't want a deal to get across the finish line for fear it will simply empower the regime. Listen for yourself.
If an agreement is made, it will absolutely not have a positive result for the people, whether economically or socially. This agreement makes the Iranian regime more brutal and causes it to want to unleash its lost global authority upon the people's heads and become even more savage.
Names and faces are concealed because many of the people we spoke with truly terrified that if their identity should leak out, they could face repercussions from the regime. That is the dynamic that exists on the ground in Iran. Kelly.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.